Hey, this is Mark with Merchant on the Mark, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the information that you want to be sure that you analyze before making any reverse sourcing decisions for your purchases. So with that, let's go into my computer. Okay, you can see I'm on Amazon.com, and this will work the same as any other international site, Amazon.ca or .co.uk. But what we want to do is let's just search for Nike running shoes. And you'll see that a lot of different information pops up on my screen. I'm using the Chrome browser currently, but you can see that I have a lot of other things that come up, and this is due to different plugins I use. I'll leave a link to the exact plugins I use in the description of this video, but I just want to go through some of the information that's extremely useful to have on each of the search results page. So this is called reverse sourcing. Basically, you're going out trying to find products that sell well already on Amazon, and to evaluate if there's a market for them and if they're something that you should be going out looking for. This is another way to do it. One way, of course, is to go into stores or go online, find things that are on sale, and then look on Amazon to see if they sell well. In reverse sourcing, what we're doing is going out to Amazon or any other site, really, Walmart, and finding products that are already selling well, and then going to try to find those exact same products and sizes on other sites at a price where we can make a profit. So on this page, you can notice a few different things. So let's look at this very first one right here. This is a Nike shoe, Nike race running shoe. Doesn't have the model number in it, so that's something interesting to note. Might be an opportunity for changing the listing to include the actual model type. But it says 5,541 in clothing, shoes, and jewelry. So that would be the highest level category. And that's the one, when someone says BSR on Amazon, that's what they're referring to. They're referring to the highest level category. These lower level categories aren't nearly as important, and I really don't pay any attention to them. This is the one that you want to look at. So 5541 is extremely good in clothing, shoes, and jewelry. It means it's the 5,541st best-selling product in that category. It shows you the ASIN. Now this ASIN is for the shoe. It's a parent listing for this shoe. So underneath this listing, you have a bunch of what's called children listings. So it's the different size and color variations. So for example, a size 8 in black would have a different ASIN than a size 7 in black, or a size 6 in red, whatever it might be. So this ASIN is just the highest level category. You wouldn't actually list your product against this. You would list it against the ASIN for the exact shoe or piece of clothing variation ASIN. So it's a red large. That would have its own ASIN. Sometimes there will be something right here sold by, if that's sold by Amazon. This tells you that we have 15 sellers on this listing, so that's a moderate amount. Ideally, you'd like to see 0 or few, but the more sellers, obviously, the more competition. So that's just something to pay attention to. This particular shoe, they will typically put the color variation as the main photo of the one that sells the best. And so that's not always the case, but in this case it might be. We just have to research and find out. Another thing to note right here, this is something that's by default on the Amazon site. They show you the different color variations, and you see there's 14 additional ones. So that's a lot of variations. And if you watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I don't want that many variations on any shoes that I buy, because it dilutes the sales of the other shoes. And so if there's 300 variations, each product, each color and size variation is going to sell less than it would otherwise if there were 4 variations. It just lets you know how realistic that actual ranking is. So that's just something to pay attention to, but I'm just using this as a source of information to share with you. So total number of reviews, you can see it's 4.5 stars, 794, and this one right here is 4,056. Now in reality, I don't pay a lot of attention to either of these because it's just not relevant, but it does tell you, relatively speaking, this shoe versus this shoe, which sells better. You know, this one sells better, a lot better than this one, but this is still extremely good. You go down here again, here's the BSR again for the entire shoe, so for the parent listing. Here's that information again, ASIN. And then this gives you some information, like this will take you to, well, this shows you how many FBA sellers. So FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, you basically take your products, send them into Amazon's warehouses, and then when they sell, they actually fulfill them and ship them out to your customer. So that's just good information to know. This is a listing for eBay. This is for eBay Solds, I think. Google Shopping, Price Grabber, I think. AliExpress, Alibaba, Keepa chart, Camel. Many of you have probably already heard of Keepa. It will allow you to see the price variations over time for that shoe as a whole, and you need to upgrade to the the paid version to see a lot of the stuff you'll see here. But generally speaking, it will give you the information that you need to know. It basically shows you, the pink is a buy box, so that's what the price has done over time. And so if it's at an all-time low and you can buy it and flip it, hold it and flip it, that's something that you might want to do. You can also see variation over time and a lot of other really helpful information. How much it sells for in the UK, and some of the other markets. So we'll just go back here, and that's basically it. All the different things that you'll want to, as you're going through and scanning, you want to pay a particular attention to the ones that have a few different characteristics. Low ranking or low BSR, so they sell a lot. Low number of sellers, I would say under 20 would be ideal. You want ones with limited variations in color, so this wouldn't turn me away. However, I'm probably not going to be as interested in that unless I find through deeper analysis that certain size color variations sell a lot more than others. I'm going to reference the number of reviews, just for informational purposes, and then I'm definitely going to look at Keepa. But I've made another video on how I actually take it a step further and go and look at the actual sales for the different size and color variations. I'll try to link that in this video as well, because after you've done this initial pull, looking at the search results page, you need to definitely go out and do some further analysis to find out exactly if that's going to be something that you're going to want to pursue or not. And then again, when you find out the colors and sizes and models that sell well, then you can just go out and do some searches on Google or in your local stores and try to find those. And if the price makes sense, then you'll definitely want to go and get those. So again, this is Mark with Merchant on the Mark. If you like this kind of information, let me know in the comments. Click the like button and subscribe to the channel if that's something you're interested in. And I'll see you on the next one.